All right, so last week, man, it was crazy. Well, our party started off with a brief meeting with all of their gods, and they were tasked with going into enemy territory, destroying this relic that keeps the gods safe.
I'm doing very important things, studying on the brink of an incredible breakthrough in magic, and I'm whisked away and dumped into this room.
These champions, as they were just sort of, living their normal life, Flint was sitting around trying to light a fire.
With my head.
Yeah, with his head.
I'm made of rock.
Inazuma studying.
I make fire. And poof. I move.
And then I'm just put with these buffoons. So I was just kind of outside, and then a bright light just consumed me, and then we were in the darkness.
And then other people there. Lightning Man.
Then told that I have to go with them to complete a very important task.
I mean, Inazuma, difficult to work with. Daria, impossible to work with.
You ever have that only child friend down the block that gets all the gifts, everything cool belongs to them? Yeah, that's who Zuma is.
I mean, Adrian always off doing his own thing.
Knowing me though, I'm just going with the flow, man. I'm just trying to follow the birds. That's all I'm about, man. It's following the flow and the nature of things.
I don't really understand the majority of the group that I am with.
Honestly, I spent half the time in that room just trying to figure out how they could put me with them.
It's just a matter of who's gonna hit him in the face first.
And they quickly, after meeting each other, departed off to a forest.
But then we get transported to this forest. These other people spend time talking to a rabbit.
You can now speak to animals. So, what do you say to the rabbit?
First, no.
Ask it if it's seen what's up ahead in the trees.
Oh, that's a good idea. You're not here though. I'm gonna think.
How did you know I was trying to speak with animals anyway? Just looked like I was chasing one and now he's speaking to it. Right?
How do you spend all this time catching this rabbit and don't come up with the question?
Oh no! I catch up with the rabbit and I go, hey.
I am surrounded by idiots. This is just...
I find myself slowly turning into this guy. I'm disappointed in our team already. We have accomplished
I
nothing.
imagine the rabbit.
What a beautiful rabbit.
We ended up working with a rabbit or talking to a rabbit or something like that, and he told us what we already knew, which is that we were there and that people were running away. I mean, very little was gained from that.
Everybody got on my case for talking to this rabbit. Listen, two things here. One, I just wanted to flex. Flint tried to talk to him, completely failed.
Daria has picked up the rabbit and is holding it and speaking to it. If you would like to hear what the rabbit is saying, you can also cast Speak to Animals.
Oh, is that how it works? Okay, I'll try and cast Speak to Animals.
Okay.
Here we go, round 2.
We don't need both of you talking to
Oh,
a
that's a roll,
rabbit.
even better. I just wasted a 19. What?
You did just waste 19.
Okay, I'll just cast it.
So yeah, you can also hear the
Five
rabbit.
to roll. 1, we spoke to the rabbits and we realized, well, maybe not me individually, but the group spoke to a rabbit and realized that they didn't know nothing.
I loved when they were trying to talk to the rabbit, man. That's what I'm all about. I'm trying to communicate with them as well. That's why I wanted to follow the birds, man. They were trying to go up the hill.
I'm trying to get out of there as soon as I can. Are you done having this heart-to-heart yet with this rabbit? Can we go?
Are there any other big
Let him finish.
creatures or
It's
big,
a
like,
rabbit.
people like me?
What could
around
it
here?
possibly know?
Going in guns blazing makes sense if you have all the variables. Walking into a foreign forest with no information is absolutely ridiculous. Who do you ask? The people that live there. And who lives there? Well, there's no people. It's a rabbit. That's who I'm going to talk to. We had all the information for that. We understood. Tag was going to go in.
They passed through this forest and up to a ridgeline, but along the way they were stopped by a talking wolf. The wolf speaks.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm glad I didn't cast a spell on it.
You should not be here.
Oh, goodness gracious. Like normally, I didn't use
It
speak
speaks
with animals.
human.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Now Tagarung, our otter rogue assassin, jumped the gun a little bit and jumped into combat what seemed to be very early.
Why is this wolf so badass?
I then approach from the shadows and look
behind it?
and look to assassinate.
All right.
Goodness.
All right. Awesome. I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
When we first came to that clearing and I saw the situation that was unfolding with the wolves, I knew right away that there's no way this was ever going to end up well for the squad, so I just did what I knew had to be done.
Then the wolf fight. Tagaram just leaps in when I'm trying to talk to a big wolf, and then I'm the one that takes all the damage as a result of it. I nearly died.
We come across this wolf, and at least the otter is able to do something. Jumped the gun a little bit, but if we're honest, I was about to do the same.
Wolves. They not talk much. Tag stab. Not nice.
To hear the squad get so mad at me for doing the right thing, I just can't understand any of them at all, and I'm starting to wonder if they're gonna be the ones slowing me down.
Did you kill it, or did you just...
You haven't killed it.
I haven't killed it.
You like stabbed it good, but it's not dead.
I stabbed you.
I did 1 whole damage. I feel pretty good about that. Adrian also put in some good damage too, so thank goodness we had them there with us.
And then we were fighting these wolves, and at first I was like, nah, man, I don't want to fight these wolves. They're part of nature, but they started to attack us. So I was like, nah, we gonna kill them.
We ended up barely making it out thanks to Tagaram's admittedly strong damage. Inazuma was also a big help.
We've got a couple of people in this group that have definitely know their way around the battlefield. Shout out to the wizard, shout out to the rogue. I don't know if the bard has ever gotten his hands dirty ever.
So in our encounter with the wolves, I thought they were gonna be good, but they needed to be punished, and that's why I used my dissonant whispers, screaming at them that they need to be good.
What kind of stuff do you whisper to it, Tilly?
Hey, you're bad, and you need to be good.
That would really mess me up psychically.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
it's a
I don't think
wisdom
there's any
saving
recovery.
throw.
I'm thinking
that.
like 3d6 worth of messed up is what
It is.
And big old paladin over here, Flint, he is very strong, but understanding the X's and O's of battle are a little bit different.
11.
Yeah.
Not quite good enough. You do not hit the wolf.
Cool.
All right.
Want to anyway.
I know you didn't.
Kind of got talked into it when I'm like watching all this. Never met these people before. An otter jumps in the back of a pack of wolves and starts stabbing it. This dude's shouting at me. He's all about freaking birds over here. This one looks like he's out of some sort of Arctic cartoon. And I don't know what the hell this thing is over here.
Clearly,
What was
Flint
your
is not
name?
from Manchester, because it would have glassed this wolf at
6.
the first opportunity.
Tommy, you had a great hit. I
Flint,
have
it
yet
crits
to follow.
you.
It crits me. What a shock.
Well, they're weaker against.
He's probably
right?
dead.
It's-
We're dead on
Is that a
turn
good
one.
side joke? That was good.
That's good.
Not bad.
If I die off this now, so you guys are making me swing at it.
11
I'm so
damage.
healing. Okay. We win. I get bit, but okay. I heal.
We finally get through the wolf with me doing the bulk of the heavy lifting. Don't let Daria tell you anything about what she did. A couple lucky shots here and there to finish off the damage that I did.
I wound up with 2 last hits, so I know.
How do you kill this wolf? Give me my dice.
Extremely, so I walk up, I assess the situation, I see you on the ground, I see you on the bag, everyone's going nuts, and I show up and I go, just shoot it between the eyes.
They cleaned up that fight. The wolves are dead. Congratulations on surviving your first combat encounter, despite how hard you tried not to.
I say you're welcome.
Shout out to Taco with the best rolls. That's because she's using my spare dice. They got a wolf's head helm, which allows him to hear and smell much better when he uses it. It's enchanted with the spirit of the winter wolf, which is cool.
I actually was able to acquire a nice wolf head from it that increases my perception. I'm already pretty good at it, so now whenever I go for it, I feel like I'm able to commune with the head, and using the power that's imbued in it, I'm able to smell or hear even better than I was before.
They headed up to a ridgeline and then bickered for a while before heading into a grove.
So we don't have any other option, but we should be, smart about the way that we choose to approach this. Try and
You mean
be...
we shouldn't jump into the middle of everything and try to assassinate the biggest person?
Look, that wolf was talking shit, and I just took care of it.
I'm with it.
Well, it nearly killed me as a result. Maybe we could have resolved
It was
going
going to kill you whether she jumped on it or not.
How do we know that?
We walk towards mountain. I see mountain. We walk to mountain or near mountain.
We spent a long time making it to a ridge, walking along the ridge, standing in a forest, lots of arguing. We couldn't decide on if we wanted to go along the ridge or not. We got to get better at deciding what we want to do as a team, or We're going to spend a lot of time standing around talking.
I have a point at the battle and go, they said to stop the battle, shouldn't we go and stop this?
Shut up.
People talk. I don't understand. I'm very simple.
There they met a strange man named Marcus Alban, who is a infiltrator and a purveyor of fine goods.
What are you doing?
Okay, so first I'm like complimenting him first on his figure, his smell. I can see that he comes from a wealthy background.
Yeah.
Say that, you know, he's a very majestic person.
Yeah.
This Marcus guy, man, is he sharp dressed, smells fantastic. He's my kind of guy, honestly, at the end of the day.
Is this how you talk to ladies these days, by the way? I'm distracted. Like,
Well, this is a man.
No, you don't want to tell a girl how she smells
You don't?
when you first meet her.
Well, especially if it smells like you. Like, it makes sense, right?
Can
Like,
you, pleased to meet you, Adrian Anderson. My name is Marcus Alban. I am an infiltrator and a purveyor of fine goods.
Marcus is an interesting character. Originally, I just wanted to take all of his stuff because he had a lot of it and he was very open about displaying it.
But then we come across this Marcus. I don't know what to think about him.
This guy Marcus showed up. It's hard to trust him, but we at least got to hear him out, I think, and then decide on where we want to go from there. Yeah, there was a point when I tried to, kind of determine what Marcus's true intentions were. I don't think it went particularly well. I came out knowing less than when I started.
So like Fitch's character, Aquila, he said he smelled something was approaching, and they were trying to communicate with this being, and I was like, you know what, let me roll in there with my persuasion and see what I can get going.
I tried to read his thoughts, but credit where it's due. He's not as stupid as the rest of the people I'm traveling with, so maybe it'd be good to have someone of actual intelligence on the team.
So I complimented the fine gentleman on a great smell, a great figure, you know what I mean? You could say that's hitting on him, but I just respect a true presence. And hey, he gave me these rings.
He gave them another magic item that allows them to communicate with him.
Yo, Marcus, I'll see you soon, buddy.
And then he convinced them all to have dinner with him around the campfire, and then take a nice break before they continue on to the stronghold. So we'll see what happens, how they get into the stronghold. I mean, that's going to be an interesting task. It is Mount Olympus, and they are trying to defeat Zeus. So we'll see how that goes.